I want to talk to you about massive military loans for fair credit and low APRs. So in today's conversation, we are going to compare Navy Fed, PenFed, USAA, Andrews Federal Credit Union, and Service Credit Union. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to have a straightforward discussion with you about massive military loans for fair credit and low APRs. So we are going to compare and contrast 5 players, 5 credit unions. Actually, USAA is not a credit union, but you get what I mean. So we're going to compare and contrast Navy Fed, PenFed, USAA, Andrews FCU, and Service Credit Union. Let's start with Navy Fed. So with Navy Fed, soft pull is not possible, so be ready when you apply, okay? They are going to do a hard pull right away. Membership is open to applicants not affiliated with the military. You need a minimum FICO of 550. You need verifiable employment or monetary assets, and co-application is possible. So Navy Fed has a constellation of loans. When we talk about personal loans from Navy Fed, you have a variety of loans. First, you have personal expense loans. Here you have the loan amounts go from $250 to $50,000. And you're looking at APR that go from 7.49% to 18%. And it's a tiered process. So if you have up to 36 months, it goes from 7.49 to 18%. If you go from 36 to 60 months, it goes from 14.49 to 18%. Okay. And then you have also, so this is great for home repairs or remodeling or efficiency upgrades. No collateral required. Okay. It's really good. And then you have also a home improvement loan. So home improvement loan, yes. So I was talking to you about the home improvement loan, which was great for home repairs, remodeling, or efficiency upgrades. And the terms up to 36 months, you are looking at 7.49% to 18%. 36 to 60 months, you have 14.79 to 18%. And 61 to 180 months, you have 15.29% to 18%. So this is really good, okay? And then we have debt consolidation loans from Navy Fed. You have affordable monthly payments. Again, here the range is the same. You have $250 to $50,000. The APR is similar, 7.49 to 18%. And then you have a savings secure loan. So you're basically securing financing without dipping into your savings and at a lower rate. So this is really good. And this is fully secure by your Navy Federal savings account. And savings will continue to earn dividends and become available to you as the loan is paid off. And the APR here is pretty reasonable. You have the share rate plus 3% if you are looking for something between 61 and 180 months, and a share rate plus 2% when you have up to 60 months in terms of the maturity. And the last but not the least, you have the certificate secure loan. This is where you are borrowing 100% of your certificate's principal balance for a variety of terms at 2% APR above the certificate's rate. Again, this is also a secure loan. And remember that the loan amount cannot exceed the certificate balance. And the loan term must be equal to or less than the certificate term. But again, here we have we have wonderful terms, okay? And in terms of application, you need to specify how much you want to borrow for your loan, how long you like to finance your loan, your current employment and income, including your partner's income, and also your employer's name and contact information. And that's it. Now let's talk about PenFed, folks. We are still doing a compare and contrast between 5 players here, and we're talking about massive military loan amounts. So for Navy Fed, the maximum loan amount was $50,000. So with PenFed, soft pull is possible. In other words, you can check your rate without endangering your credit report. This is really good. And PenFed is the only credit union in today's list that does that. Membership is open to applicants not affiliated with the military. Your FICO score is 600 minimum. Verifiable employment or monetary assets. Co-application is possible. And here, the rate can go as low as 4.99%. The terms up to 60 months. Loan up to $50,000. No early payoff penalty. No origination fee. No hidden fees. So we'll love that. And we love the fact that PenFed has a very straightforward process, folks. So you check your rate without affecting your credit score. That's the soft pull I was I was talking to you earlier about. You select from multiple pre-approved offers, and you'll receive your money in 1 to 2 business days after verification. Okay, and you can use your card, you can use your loan rather, you can use your personal loan to pay off your credit card debts. Yes, this is fine. They love at PenFed, they love debt consolidation loans, especially if you have high interest credit on your credit cards. Okay, and you can apply for a maximum loan amount of $50,000, and your APR will be determined based on your creditworthiness, and it will also be determined based on other factors. And you can pay off your loan early, not a problem. You wouldn't have any fee to pay. And you also, the personal loans that we're talking about here are unsecured, so you don't have to submit any collateral, nothing at all. Okay, and remember that you will get the cash, you will get your money within 1 to 2 business days. You can actually get it direct deposit or ACH 1 to 2 business days, or via check. Then you have to wait 5 to 7 business days. Okay, so actual timing may be longer or shorter depending on the time of day that your loan is processed, and depending on your financial situation, and also your financial institution rather. Okay, and so PenFed does not charge any application fee, no origination fee at all. You can apply with a co-borrower, not a problem, and this may actually help you qualify for a lower interest rate. So if your FICO is kind of lethargic around 600 or 610 or 620, and your partner has a higher FICO, apply together. Okay, and you don't need to become a member of PenFed to apply. However, should you choose to move forward and fund your loan, you will need to become a member. Okay, so it's an easy process. I've said this before. No military affiliation is required. So this is really good. Let me talk to you now about USAA. So with USAA, soft pull is not possible. So membership only open to applicants affiliated with the military, either genetically, geographically, or professionally. So if you have no affiliation with the military, you cannot become a member in USAA. Okay, the FICO score minimum here is 610. Verifiable employment or monetary assets, co-application is possible. So with USAA, we are pretty generous in terms of the loan amounts. So they offer loans up to $100,000. Okay, the APR maximum is 18.51%. So you can actually use the money to do a lot of things. You can take charge of your bills. You can take care of remodels and repairs. You can take care of unplanned expenses, all the whole 9 yards. Okay, so this is really good. And what we love with USAA is that they have a personal loan calculator on their website that allows you to get an estimate of your APR and monthly payments. By the way, PenFed and Navy Fed have the same thing too. So this is not just something that is peculiar to USAA. And so you have a 3-step process with USAA to get the money that you need. So you apply online. It only takes a few minutes to fill out the application. You learn your rate. So if you are approved, in most cases they will show you your rate right away, but you will never learn the rate before you apply. So this is a hard pull. Okay, and you get your money. So you'll receive funds in your USAA bank account as soon as 24 hours after loan closing. So this is really good. And again, this loan, there are no restrictions. You can use the money for many purposes, from paying off bills to building a pool in your backyard. This type of loan is flexible to meet your needs and get your money quickly, to get your money to you very quickly. Okay, and we love the fact that this loan is very flexible. The only thing you need to remember is that you cannot use a personal loan from USAA to fund higher education. So they don't offer loans to cover higher education expenses. For more help with funding student loans, you want to speak with your school's financial aid office. Okay, and this is important. And this loan is unsecured, so you don't have to secure anything. And another thing you need to remember is that USAA Bank does not offer a debt consolidation loan. No, so their personal loans can give you an alternative to help you manage debt. You can take a personal loan to pay off various bills and possibly save on interest charges. However, the thing is that they don't have a debt consolidation loan per se. If you're lucky to have a good rate, a good interest rate, and you think the economics of the transactions, the economics of the transaction are favorable to you, then go ahead and do the debt consolidation yourself. You can just pay off the credit cards and the other loans yourself. But USAA doesn't do that. I want to talk to you now about Andrew FCU, Andrew's Federal Credit Union. This is the fourth player I want to review in today's conversation, folks. Are you still with me? Are you still with me? All right. So we want to talk about a credit union that allows you to. So soft pull is not possible. Okay. So it's only hard pull. Membership also open to applicants not affiliated with the military. Your FICO minimum should be 550. You have verifiable employment or monetary assets, and co-application is possible. So with Andrews FCU, you have a personal signature loans. So if you want to finance your next vacation, tuition payments, remodeling project, medical procedure, or any other need, they'll take care of you. You can borrow up to $50,000. You have personal loan rates as low as 7.49%. No sign-up fees or prepayment penalties. We love that. And we love the fact that they are very generous with the loan term. Think about it. The tenor here is 84 months. So you're able to reduce monthly payments. Okay, and you have an easy online application process. So in terms of, so you have unsecured bill consolidation signature loan. So you have a tiered process also in terms of the APR. So for 36 months, 7.49%. For 48 months, 7.89%. 60 months, 9.49%. 72 months, 9.99%, and 84 months, 10.49%. Okay, and then you have the cash to go loan. So here you have you can actually borrow from 250 to 500. So you have flexible payment options of monthly, bi-weekly, or the 1st and 15th of the month. And this loan requires no credit check. This is kind of similar to what they call an alternative to a payday loan, but offered by a credit union. Okay, so this is the cash to go loan. And overall, one thing I want to tell you here is that with Andrews FCU, you must be an Andrews Federal Credit Union member for at least 90 days. 90 days, okay? And you must have a direct deposit for 2 months from the same employer. And this is important, and because they really want to make sure that you are basically secure, you're stable. And you also want to remember that you also have the Premier line of credit. Here you have credit lines available up to $50,000. And then you have the overdraft line of credit, where you have credit lines of up to $10,000. So those are the 4 products that Andrews FCU offers. You have the personal signature loans, you have the cash to go loan, you have the Premier line of credit, and then you have the overdraft line of credit. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about, we are actually comparing and contrasting 5 players, 5 credit unions when it comes to massive military loans. And I want to talk to you about Service Credit Union. And here with Service Credit Union, you have personal loans with rates that go all the way to 7.49% APR. This is really good. And so you can use them for anything that you want. And we love the fact that they are very, very flexible here. These loans are unsecured. In other words, they're not protected by a guarantor or collateralized by a lien on specific assets of the borrower. And they have flexible terms and repayment plans. And so these are great loans when you need money now, because they can approve their members quickly. Okay. So personal loans, you can borrow up to $50,000 to help pay for vacation, travel, medical bills, debt consolidation, auto repairs, moving costs, wedding costs, and more. Okay, so you have flexibility here. They do not restrict the use of loan proceeds. This is really good. And you also have access to a personal line of credit. So this is something good, because a service credit union line of credit gives you access to funds only when you need them. You can use this type of loan for any expenses you have, from travel to the unexpected. Remember that a line of credit is a revolving loan based on your credit worthiness. Okay. You also have a relocation loan. So when you are in the military, life can be unpredictable, right? We all know that. And when it's time for a PCS, you may have to find the funds you need to make your move the right way. So that's why the Service Credit Union offers a military relocation loan. Use it to cover your moving expenses, consolidate your bills, or anything else you may need to make your move a lot easier. So if you want to apply, you need to contact the credit union at 1-800-936-7730 in the US, or if you are international, you have to call 1-800-4728-2000. They also offer energy efficiency loans. So this is kind of good if you are looking for extra cash to pay for your home heating bills and make energy efficient home improvements. They also offer quick loans that have that you basically have low amounts. So this is really good. So we're looking at a maximum loan amounts of 13.99% with service CU. So I want to talk to you before I give you the right loan in our view here, the right military loan. I just want to say that in general, when we talk about massive military loans for fair credit, and we're basically talking about a very restricted list of institutions, okay? And what you want to do is you first want to specify, you want to learn the membership criteria, because everything starts with membership. All these 5 institutions in today's conversation, they will approve you once you are a member. And obviously, one thing I want to say here is that 4 out of 5 require military affiliation. Only USAA wants you to have pure military affiliation, whether genetically, geographically, or professionally, to qualify for membership. So this is important. And you also need to find a credit union that is, if you are interested in having a credit union branch around you, make sure that you check the location of their closest credit union. So for instance, if you want to choose a service credit union, just make sure that you live in an area that is close to a brick and mortar branch. Okay. You also need to think about the opening deposit, because once you choose a credit union, you can become a member by opening an account and making a small deposit, sometimes as little as $5. And after that, you are ready to apply for a loan. Okay, so you need to think about that. And when we think about applying for a loan, you got to think about the application process. You need to fill out an application, either online or on paper at the branch. Okay, you need to provide proof of identification. So this could be your social security number and other ID that is issued by a government entity. You got to talk about employment. Some credit unions require you to have been in the same job for a certain amount of time. This can be 1 year or 6 months, for example. They will pay attention to your income levels. You'll pay attention to the equity or down payments if we're speaking about a home equity line of credit. And they will think about your credit worthiness, your FICO score and Vantage score. Okay, so this is important. So you want to showcase your history of borrowing and repaying loans responsibly. Okay, so the bottom line here is, if you want to get approved, you need to be a member and you want to manage your financial situation. You want to pay attention to your cash flows. You got to pay attention to cash flows, your cash inflows and cash outflows. You need to make sure that you have vibrant and healthy DTI ratios, debt to income ratios. You want to have a CUR ratios that are healthy as well. Your credit utilization ratio. And don't forget that you could always apply with a cosigner. Okay, if your FICO is kind of low, apply with a cosigner. Before I go further, please check out this short loan evaluation approach video. We do have a rigorous method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing credit cards and military loans and business loans and personal loans on this show. Check this out. Okay, so Navy Fed versus PenFed versus USAA versus Andrews FCU versus Service Credit Union. Which one to pick? Of course, we are speaking about gigantic military loans for fair credit. Big decision time, folks. Big decision time. Well, the answer is that it really depends. It depends on a constellation of factors, okay? And the thing here is that if you have to evaluate a personal loan offer from a military institution, you want to pay attention to a few things. The APR, so the interest rate first. So the loan's interest rate will tell you how much interest you will pay, okay? The APR, so the APR is just a combination of the interest rate with other fees. And lucky us, in today's conversation, all the credit cards, all the credit unions rather, that we reviewed did not have too many fees. Okay, you want to pay attention to the term of the loan. Is it 5 years? Is it 4 years? Is it 3 years? For instance, PenFed has a habit of offering borrowers multiple options. So you really want to pay attention to the term. You also want to pay attention to the monthly payments. Okay, this is important. Can you afford those payments? Does your budget allow you to afford those payments? Talk to me about that. Okay, what is the amount of the loan that you're looking for? All loans in today's conversation, except USAAs, have caps at $50,000. They will cap you at $50,000. Okay, and you have to pay attention to how much you want to borrow, and you also want to pay attention to whether or not you can maintain these payments over time, over the 5 years, over the 3 years, over the 2 years. And one thing you also need to pay attention to is that sometimes having a long repayment period is not always good. You might be thinking, well, the loan payments will be smaller. That's true. Will be lower. That's true. But do you want to drag a loan for a long period of time, like 5 years or 7 years? Or you just want to get it over with within say 3 years or 2 years? But this is a question that you're going to have to answer. This depends on your financial situation. It depends on your family situation. It depends on your partner, if you are co-applying for this loan, and what you're comfortable with in terms of the maturity that you choose for your loan. Okay, but overall, an average period of 3 years to 4 years is kind of reasonable. All right, folks. After comparing and contrasting those 5 military loans, those 5 large military loans for fair credit, our pick is USAA. So we have scored USAA 10 over 10, PenFed 9.5 over 10, Navy Fed 9 over 10, Service Credit Union 9 over 10, and Andrews Federal Credit Union 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.